Hey guys, it's Chris, and lo and behold, the Amiga works. We got it hooked up to the Commodore 2002 RGB monitor with a DB9 to DB23 Amiga cable. I don't have the A520. I do, but I have no idea where it's at. It's one of the boxes over there in the storage area. So this one looks like it has the 2.0 ROMs, which is cool. I have a boatload of 1.3s. I'm not worried about that. I wanted 2.0, 3.1 ROMs. You know, I was thinking about it, and I can use the data flyer board by removing the jumper and sticking it loosely in the side expansion slot to get some hard drive activity. I have no idea what revision motherboard is. I have no idea what chipset. As far as Agnes, I don't know. I haven't even opened up the belly slot yet. If it does have a, this is a Workbench 2.1 disc. If it does have a 501, I'm sure the battery is obliterated. But hopefully the person who had it before, well, so much for that Workbench disc. The person who had it before hopefully had a removal of it. Here's an old Workbench 2.1. It might just be dirty, I don't know. Orange light. So it's a later revision board. I think the original ones were red. It does not have the Commodore key, it has the Amiga key. So it's not a first generation one. So this is a Workbench 2.1 disc. Dog hair. Okay, so it has 1 meg chip RAM and nothing in the fast RAM. Oh, I have directory works on here. This is a stripped down version of Workbench here. I have no idea what is even on this. Nothing. Alright. Nothing at all. I stripped the directory works down here. Most infos. No, nothing. So, it's been so long since I actually had to use a floppy only system. So here we are looking at the super speedy Amiga500. Looks like an ECS Agnes of 1 meg, standard Denise, NTSC 68000 OCS chipset. I don't even need to do the speed, but I'll do it anyway because I know it's 7.14 megahertz. What can I say? Come on. 7.16. Woo! Overclocked. Let's see. Memory. 1 meg chip RAM. Nothing in the gut. Yeah. Boards. No boards, so I guess the belly slot's empty. Alright, so let's shut this turd down, crack it open, and see what we got. It might be full of bugs. I have no idea. So, at least the power supply works. Okay, so here we are with the 500 and my empty glass of tea. So let's check out the expansion slot here. Looks like a 501, but why is it not working? Is it a 501? They're normally metal shielded. Huh. 501. Battery was removed a while ago and way before damage occurred. It looks like there is nothing on here. This is a 1988 board. So is this the one where you have to do the little slice and you get the 1 meg chip RAM, but it actually uses this? Should fire it back up. I'm going to fire it back up. Alright, so that's it. The bull crap chip RAM is using the belly here for the 1 meg chip. So I bet you this has a standard Agnes in it. Let's fire up that utilities disk in yellow and see what it says. Okay. It still says ECS Agnes 1 meg. 512K chip RAM then. There goes the V-hold. Look at it creeping. Technical tap. Look, I can click this and it creeps up. That's funny. Come on, girl. Hang in there. Oh gosh, this button is so touchy. Dial. Okay, so I've removed the side door cover. The copper looks incredible. Like it's never been touched. The warranty has been voided. Oh no. So this has been opened at some time in the past. So I don't know what we're going to find. I'm curious about the 1 meg Agnes 8372B. We shall see. 2 more. I could undo the floppy screws, which I might do. Just so I can remove it. So that's out of the way. Alright, floppy screws. Okay. Please don't have bugs. Please don't have bugs. Please don't have bugs. Did I forget one? No, I did not. Okay, off with the cover. And besides dusty, oh my god, the ground strap, wow, I mean everything is in very good condition. There is a little bit of crusties in here, but that could have been just dust from sitting around a little bit. I mean, this is surprisingly clean. So we're going to carefully remove the pinout and slide this up. And we have the grounding strap here with the remove. Wow, there are no fingerprints on this. No fingerprints. That's kind of nice. So we're going to use, well, 2 things. We have another couple screws here. No fingerprints. Oh! What is this? See that? Look. The ROM chip has a wire on it that is been split, soldered into, I don't know what side this is, if that's pin 1. Agnes is 8372A, so it is a, let's see, 318.069.02, so that is an NTSC. So this was a North American unit. It is a Rev 6 Alpha. It's a Rev. Oh god, this camera is poo. It's just poo. Right here, Rev 6A. Capacitors. Let's take a quick gander. This does not look touched. Wow. Westchester, Pennsylvania floppy drive. Odd even CIAs. The standard Denise, it looks like. 8325. Yep. Wow, incredible. 512K or 1 meg RAM. So here is your memory. So it was using the 512 on the board for the other 512 here, hence the 1 meg RAM. It was a 1 meg Agnes, but these don't contain any memory, they're just addressing. I wonder if I could solder additional chips on here. I have boatloads of these suckers. Just to have a chipped board without that. I'm not using the RTC. Let's take a peek at the capacitors. Let's put on my other glasses. Nothing wrong with this board. All the caps are perfectly intact. The CPU is the factory CPU. It's never been out. I could take the socket out of this and put it in the 2000, but I'm not. Incredible. Well, that's fine and dandy. Let's stick a Vampire in it. We're going to remove the 68,000 from this unit, and we are going to then slap the Vampire in here. Oh my. I'm sorry. I really don't like doing this to you. What's the date on this board? There's no inspection sticker like that on the 2000. Oh my. I know it sounds horrible, but it's just those. This has never been out. And it's the real good grippy factory Commodore CPU IC holder. There we go. Almost. A little bit here, a little bit there. Okay. Very clean. Didn't bend any pins. Super clean. We'll set that aside. 500s do not suffer from the same problem as the 2000. Now with the Vampire, I don't need a ROM. I don't need a ROM at all. So guess what, buddy? You're coming out too. So we'll set that aside. Now we're going to get the big boy. Don't need the kipper. I have a pre-configured OS 3.9 bootable from the 2000 on here. Now this came with an extended riser socket, I guess, to clear that capacitor in the Agnes. I'm not sure, but I want to make sure that this SOB is perfect, which it lines up very nicely. My word, that is one tight fit. That was easy. Oh, sorry I'm bending you. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Yeah. Okay, so we're in. The Vampire's in. You can see it's underneath here, but trust me, it's there. So I got the HDMI hooked up, and we're going to energize. Here we go. Blue screen. My V-hold's a little bit pooey. See the Vampire logo on the HDMI. I'm trying to get this old 30-year-old monitor to V-hold properly. Oh, come on, then the resolution switches. The little IDE light is flickering. I'm zoomed out all the way. Backdrop. Quit. So I got 2 drives. I'm just going to run. Ooh, I don't have poo. I don't have anything. Keyboard works. Control X. New shell. CD. DH1C. DW. Ah ha ha. Okay. Now, this is the problem I had with the other machine. This one's a completed kind of thing. So I'm going to go into C drive. I'm going to select everything and just hit copy. Nope. It's doing the same thing. Two different damn machines. It does the same freaking copy thing. Okay, I'm going to have to write Apollo on this one because that is just total turds, man. Total turds. Can't copy anything. What's up with that? Did I get a bum shit drive? Now it won't validate, it won't boot, and that's it. Thanks. So my CPU was probably fine in 2000. I know it's corroded, I'm going to fix it. Oh man. Error validating. Then she poops out. Something happened on the HDMI. I saw that flicker over there. So I'm having a hell of a time with this vampire. And apparently nobody knows what's going on because nobody has one of these things. Maybe I should just sell this bitch on eBay and be done with all this shit. Because what a pain in the butt, man. Pain in the butt. Alright, we done? We gotta retry? Alright, we validated. Okay, look. Can you see this? This is what happens. I copied like a 3K file. This is two different machines. Same vampire. 100% full. 0 bytes free. Watch. DH1C DW. So we were copying DH1C, right, to DHOC. You see this? Add data types of -4. Well, watch this. So -4. Keep an eye on up here, right? So this -4 file right here, we're just going to delete it. You sure? It's not validating. Oh, son of a bitch. It's still validating. Damn it. Sees the large card, 26.8 gigabytes. That's cool. So we're going to run Amiga tools again. Igor, if you were watching this video and you notice something or something's up, or maybe I got to flash a core, whatever, let me know. I got the blaster, so I can reflash it. So what we're doing now is I'm loading Amiga tools to revalidate DH0. Just to get this disk validated. I hear the floppy click. There we go. Okay. Add data types is truncated. That's that -4 file. So now we can quit Amiga. I had to do this so many times on the Amiga 2000 I thought something was weird. So it's 366.2 megabytes in use. So now we're going to go back. DH1C directory works. DH0C. Look at the size of that file now that it's been validated. Can you see that? So 350 megs, which you'll see this go down. So what do I got? 45 in use. So 45 OS 3.9 install, sucking up 350 megs on one failed file copy, and now you can see it going down. This is not dynamic. Directory works. Chris Hames, I was in Australia, wrote this. It's a lightweight opus. Some people use several different programs, but this one's really nice because it's only like 50, 60K. It fits on a floppy. Alright, that finished. Do I have the installer? No, of course you do not. let's try this again. I'm going to run directory works 70K and DW edit. We're going to copy them to the C drive. You know what? I'm going to copy them to RAM. So they copy to RAM, fine. Now we're going to go back to DHOC and we're going to move these. We're going to copy them. Okay, so that works. Alright, show config. So on the Amiga 2000, show config shows the same thing. 68060, ECS, NTSC, Agnes, that's all in the FPGA. 128 megs of RAM, 0.5 meg fast, 1 meg chip. The 0.5 meg fast comes from the Vampire. The 1 meg chip is the 512 board and the 512 on board. Or, yeah. Gosh. Amiga Forever disk. And back tools. So I'm going to try something again. I'm copying Amiga tools and its info file to RAM. I'm then going to go to right to DH0 and I'm going to copy this from RAM to the device. No problem. So I'm going to go DH1C, copy to RAM. DHO, whoops, C. Everything that's missing in here, just copy again. And look, it did it again. From RAM now to assign. And watch, I'm not going to stop this. 1.4 gig in use, it'll just keep on growing until it fills up 32 or 3 gigs or whatever it is. And it'll just keep going and going and going as fast as it can write back and forth to the compact flash. Anyway, that's all I'm doing. I'm not devoting any more time to this turd. Vampire goes back in the box. This one gets its 204 ROM and its 1 mega chip RAM. I'm just going to clean it up, stick it back on the shelf for a later date. But the Vampire does function in here, and apparently when you reboot, nothing happens. You have to turn this sucker off and turn it back on. Now the blue light comes on. Vampire screen's over here. You can see it now. Now I heard it boot. Yep, loading. When I say I see a light, it's this. There's a little light on this card right here. Right here, see it? Green is power on and red is a write. And sometimes she boots, sometimes she don't. Drive looks surprisingly clean at least. Auto repair, analyze, yes. Just to fix that partition, and the water heater kicks on. My apologies for the background noise. Oh wow, no errors found. Cool. Here's my -4 file. Assign, delete. So now I gotta find an assign, hopefully on the other drive, recopy it over. The longer you let that thing run, the longer it takes to delete. In the meantime, we got this massive A2000 board we're going to do the CPU socket on. So, yeah, that's going to be a joy. I saw no damage on the bottom of it, though. 68,000 is right here. There's no battery damage, no shit through the bottom where the battery sits right here. So on the dual layer of the board, nothing got through. It didn't eat or etch or whatever. And on the top, there wasn't really major damage around the CPU socket. So replacing this, it needs to be done anyway because there is some corrosion, but yep, that's next on the list. But how come it works in RAM sometimes? Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I've made a partition as small as 50 megabytes. I ran it off original hardware. I ran it off a 52 meg SCSI Quantum LP52S disc. Nothing. 600 meg, 700 meg, stuff that's supported, lists correctly in the byte size. Still nothing. Still deleting. Nice. I'm doing this the old-fashioned way. Show all files. See. View by name. I'm going to copy this to RAM. Here's my assign. One more reboot. I forgot that was the file that blew up. Nice of my backdrop, the stick being off. Anyway, that's the Amiga 500 with a vampire. Sucks just like the 2000 does. Something's up. I'll have to email Team Apollo. Stay tuned for future updates. Thanks for watching.